This is the Irontrader and TGIF. Wow, this shortened week just flew by. But there was a lot of really good trading this week here. It really surprised me. Oil, long, short, natural gas, long, short, technology. Just unbelievable trading here this week for a 4-day week. Okay, so as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. And don't forget the rig count will be out today at 1 p.m. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, you can see here what's going on is you basically have like a box pattern going on here, okay? So if you just box that right on out, that's what we got. Look at this sideways action. Look how many days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Just a sideways kind of an action going on here, okay? But the scalping has been just fantastic. So let's take a look here on the downside first. So you can see there today that basically yesterday's high, we got to a high of 78.92 and the low was 77.23. So far today, we had 77.18, but we're holding in very, very nicely. You can come all the way down to this 21-day, and if as long as it held that 21-day, hell, that's going to be a good scalping opportunity. Okay, so what do we have here to watch right here up front? So you want to watch, obviously, here this 100 SMA, 77.22, and then we want to watch this key level here at that 21 SMA at 76.37. Very, very crucial because you can see how it came down. It held a 21-day, came down, held a 21-day, and basically, I say you're just putting in this box pattern right here again, unless it's going to break out or it's going to break down. But a pattern like this usually is going to create enough juice here where it's going to break right on out. Okay, so what we have here on the upside is what we want to watch. Is you want to watch this. 200 SMA here. Let me see if I can get that in there. Yes, 200 SMA, you're sitting at 77.64 on your 200 SMA. Okay, so that's basically what we want to watch. And then we want to watch this key right here, 77.66. So you're right there, your 200-day and your 8-day, very, very close. Again, if we can get above that, then we just look to the left here. So what you have is 78.07. You have 78.08. We have 78.52. And then we have yesterday's high at 78.92. So everything is running very, very tight as a situation. Now, again, if we can get above that key 78.92, then what we're looking for here is this 79.29. That is going to be the big retest and the breakout. That's going to be the key. It's going to be the breakout. Now, again, if you can break out of this pattern, then we'll just come to the left of the chart. You have 79.60, and then we have 79.77. That was your nice double top situation. Then when she sold off, now we're retesting this. But look at this pattern. Low, higher low, higher low, higher low. But look at here. See this rounded bottom? See that? That is just rounded bottom. When you get these kind of patterns, once you break out of that 79.29, you're going to rip much higher. Okay, so then once you get past this 79.77, then we just look to the left here. You have 81.05. We have 82.24. You have 82.83, and then there's your nice retest there at 83.50. Your price channel, just bring it right across. Very, very nice. And then we can go right on up. You have 85.30, and then we'll bring that other price channel across, and then you have 85.90. And then we can work yourself up. You have 88.29, and then we'll bring that price channel right across, and then we have 89.85. And then your big retest up here, which is going to be your 95.03. Now, I'm not saying that's going to get right there, but this is the direction to go. When you get them rounded patterns, and then you get these higher lows here, that's always very, very bullish. If this price even sold down all the way to this 50-day here, your pattern is still very, very much intact there. Okay, so today what we want to watch is obviously you want to watch yesterday's high and low. Okay, so we have a high of 78.92, and we want to watch that low there of 77.23. Even though you went lower today, you need to close above yesterday's low. That's the key. Okay, and then your key levels here, you want to look at your 77.22, and then all the way down here to your 76.37. If that's lost, then we'll follow these candles down. You have 76.32, and then we have a nice candle here at 75.52. That'd be your box area that we're going to come right down to. Okay, so there's your low is at 75.52, and then your 79.29 is your high. Okay, again, now if that is lost, say you break out of that box, well then we just follow the candles. You got 74.52, and then we come up here to your 74.27. Okay, which is your 50 SMA. Now, when we look here on your weekly, so today will be the last day of the week here. You want to really close above this 50-day. This is going to be key. That's at 77.34, and then that 21-day is 77.10. So you're stuck pretty much right there. If we can close above that 77.34, that's always very, very bullish here on a weekly basis. Now, this 8 SMA here, which is rolling up very, very nicely. See this? When it came right on down, it could have broke through that 200-day, but it didn't. It just flattened out, and now she's cranking right on up here nice. And then you can see your rising 200-day, okay? So you always want to look at a weekly chart here, even though if you're not a long-term trader, always look at a daily, a weekly, and a monthly. It gives you a bigger outer view, and because look how many times that the candles came right on down, but they close up there for the week. Okay, look how strong that 200 SMA is, okay? Very, very strong. So if we can close above this 50 SMA here, we'll be all set for next week. The key is going to be top of this candle. You're looking at that 79.29, which is basically right there. If you can, then we just start ratcheting up all these candles here until you can get a nice big retest. Okay, now your RSI here, you're looking at 55. That looks good here. Your MACD, your green is above your red. That's always very bullish. Your weekly chart, your green is above your red. That is very bullish. That is extra bullish because it's on a weekly basis. And then once we can get that spread going like we have here, then this is what you get, okay? The key to the upside here is going to be a close above that 79.29. Not a breakthrough and come on down. That'll be a double top then. You don't want to see that. What you want to see is a breakthrough that 79.29, and then close above. Then we can go to the left of your chart and we can roll up much higher. So today, here's what you want to watch. Okay, very, very simple. Watch this key 100 SMA, 77.22, and watch this 21 SMA. Okay, 76.37. If that price happens to get down here, this is the time. This is the great. That's where you take your long right there, and you just ride it back up. And this just looks like a pattern here. We're just gonna go sideways action until we can get a break. On the upside, watch that 64 200-day. 77, 64, and this key 77, 64 here on your 8-day. This is what you want to see here on a close above. If you can get above that, then we can follow the candles up here. But that is going to be the big breakout, 79.29. So very, very easy trading today. Now remember, this is Friday, so don't get in. Usually on Friday I only take like half my position. I usually trade like UCO, like 5,000 shares. So I'll probably go 2,500, maybe even 3,000 shares today. But again, if it comes down to this 21-day, then I'll be balls out with the whole 5,000 shares again. But usually Friday, I just trade just a little bit lighter because you just never know what's going to happen there. Okay, so again, just be very, very alert here, but there's going to be a good scalping opportunity. Okay, let's take a look at natural gas, see what's going on there. All right, here we have natural gas, your daily chart. Now, you can obviously see here, this was that contract roll. Nice big gap, rolled all the way down. This is when they kind of put a halt on those 13 pipelines. Now, remember, I know the pipelines aren't going to be out till, like, say, 2028. But again, remember, it's a perception that says, hey, this is going forward. That's the whole key. It's like any stock. It's not the news that matters. It's the reaction to the news. That's what matters. Now, what do we have here? Now, off of this 1.52 here, you had a really good rally. And then where did it go? It went right into that 8 SMA. Okay? See how nice? Then we had a day up here, and now it looks like we have a little sideways action. So the key is you really need to hold this 8 SMA here on a closing basis. Right now, you're at 1.657. This is at 1.66. So this needs to be on a closing basis. If that is lost here, then we just follow the charts right down. You have 1.63 is going to be next. and then right below that we have 1.57, and then you have 1.52. That is going to be your support levels. Okay, so 1.63, 1.57, and 1.52. Those are your support levels here if this key 8 SMA here is lost on a closing basis. Okay, so on the upside, well, you will obviously want to follow today's highs. You're looking at 1.72 here, and then we have this candle, which is 1.79. Very, very key. Again, if this could rally up here, we can always look to the left here. On candles, you have 1.86. But realistically, you're going to go right to the 200 or 21 SMA here at 1.93. That would be your target level. Then we can follow your candles, obviously, all the way up. You have what do we have here? 1.93. So then we have 1.99. You have 2.04, 2.10, 2.12. This is your key level at that 2.16. But realistically, as this 21 day is coming on down, that's going to be your resistant level, just like this 8-day was as it came right on down here. So again, we need to close above this 1.66. If you can, then basically you're going to go right down and retest that 1.63, 1.57, and possible 1.52. Now, your RSI here, well, that's not looking really too healthy. You look like you're just having kind of a retest here. We got to see how that's going to shake out here. You're still bullish here. Your green is above your red here on your MACD, so it does show momentum. Now, again, this is early, so don't let the candles kind of fool you here. The key is that 8 SMA. All right, let's take a look here on a weekly and a monthly. Okay, so basically here for the week, really not a whole lot of anything, but I do like this positive divergence. See where we have a low here, then we have a higher low. And you have a low and you have a really low, so you have a nice positive divergence here. The key is it going to shake out? Okay, that's it. So right now you don't really have a whole lot here, but you gotta get back up to, at least up to that 8 SMA here. But what I don't like about it, see how the 8 SMA is rolling over, your 21 rolling over here. Everything is on the downslide here. So that has to be reversed if you want the pattern to go on up. For me, I don't really care because I can scalp the KOLD. That is always a very good way to short natural gas. So, for me, it doesn't really make a whole lot of a difference here. But here's what we have here on your monthly chart. This is why you want to put a monthly on. This is what you need to get back above eventually. This is 1.94. Above that price channel, that'll get you back into the game. So when you're sitting here right now here on the price of natural gas is 1.66. Okay, so you want to do is just follow these candles made back up here again. So here's your next going to be resistant level. That's going to be that 1.795, and then we have here you have let me see here, 1.85. That is going to be next. So when you take these charts here, just look to the left of your chart, and that gives you your support and resistance levels, just like it hit here on the 1.52. When you look at this candle, what do you have? 1.52. Okay, so again, if that's lost, 1.44, that is going to be your big old target. So here, your MACD is still bearish, your green below your red. This is, nothing's happening here. This is just actually going right on down here yet there. So, but we got time yet left in the month here all the way till next week. So we got to see if we can get back above that 1.946 for the month. All right, let's take a look here on an hourly and a 4-hour. All right, here we have your hourly chart. Now you can see here where this is just coming down, absolute stair step all the way on down. Series of lower lows, lower highs, never good. But this, look here, like a nice, really nice, good possible bottom here. Okay, let me bigger up a little bit. See how nice that was? You came down to low, and then we had a nice sideways action here. But then what we had is this beautiful just candle just ripped your face off rally right there. And then we had a nice bull flag, and it went higher. But the problem what you have is this topped out at 1.792, and then we had a high here, 1.787. So there you had your double top situation again. Always look for those patterns. And then she came on down here, okay? So it isn't like what you have here when you have a big green candlestick and then you have this sideways action. That's a bull flag, and then obviously you can see what happened. She ripped right up. Now, it came right on down here, trying to rip up here a little bit, but now you're right back here on this downtrend here. Now you're right in the middle of the flag. So what you can do here when you're looking at key support here, hit the 1.63 level, is you want to always go right to the left of the chart here again. So what we do is we just come right across here and we look at the top of that candle, and what do we have? 1.63. What do we have there? 1.63. Okay, so just look to the left of your chart. It tells you exactly where to go. Matter of fact, this is exact 1.637, and that's 1.637. So we just look to the left. Now again, if that's lost, then we look right here to this candle. Okay, what do you see? 1.61. That will be your next target here if this keeps on selling all the way on down. Now, what we want to watch here on the upside is you want to watch that 8 SMA 1.66, and then we want to watch this 1.68, your 21-day possible 1.72, and then we have a nice retest here at 1.74. If you can get up in that area, then we can just start layering it right back up again. That's why you want to do the price channels, because then what it does is it pulls off the highs off of that, so then you know what your resistance levels are. So it makes life a lot easier when you're trading charts, okay? Now you can see the big stair step going on here. Now I always point out this 8 SMA, and I do that for a reason, because when that price gets below, it just is a real pain in the ass for that thing to get right back up here. And even if it does, you got your 21 right above it. And where did these keep going? Right into your 21 day. Okay, finally you broke out above it here. Now we got to see if it can hold this action. So what you need to do is hold this key 50 SMA here on a closing basis. That's going to be very, very key. Then we come up here to your 21 day here. Okay, you're sitting at 1.69, you're 8 days right above that. And then we have a nice retest here of 1.79. Now, right above it, what you have is you have your 100-day at 1.814. And then what you do is, if you can break out above that, just take your price channels, come right across. See this? Just right across. Bring it right across. That's all your resistance levels. See how easy that is? 1, 2, 3. On the downside here, you just always look to the left of the chart, just like we had here, 1.673. Right there. That's where it's sold to, 1.673. If that's lost, we'll look right here at the top of this candle, 1.61. Okay, that's very easy. That's how you trade candlesticks. Very easy. Then we have a big retest down here at 1.52. So we got to see how this all going to shake out today here. But we'll just watch that key 8 SMA here on the daily chart. That's going to be very, very critical on a closing basis. That's the key. Now remember, rig counts out today at 1 p.m. They'll give you the crude and your natty gas. All right, I'll have more for you on both of these here after the pick close at 2:30. Thanks for watching.